This video is sponsored by Mike's Trains. Mike's Trains in Thomasville, North Carolina has a variety of everything from O scale to accessories, G scale, N scale and HO scale locomotives, N scale and HO scale freight cars, track and accessories, Woodland Scenics products, and the layout on display. Mike's Trains, your main line to customer service. Hey guys, it's Chandler coming to you from the Marshall and Southern. This is going to be episode 1 of layout update on the HO scale layout. So today it's October the 18th, 2025, and me and my friend Stephen Trotter are starting the construction of the bench work of the new HO layout. Right now I'm heading to meet him at Lowe's to get some supplies. I've got a lot of I'm going to use a lot of the bench work from the old layout for this one, so I'm not really going to have to buy too much, but I am going to get some extra 2x4s because this is going to be built in a modular setup, so that when it comes time to move it one day or take it apart, it'll be a lot easier to do. So that being said, there's going to be a lot of extra like bracing and supports that I wouldn't do at a normal layout, so that it's a little bit more simpler. And you'll see it as we build. I'm gonna I didn't do it with the N scale layout, but I'm gonna do it with this one, kind of take you along as we do some of the bench work and to show you some of the stuff. So it'll make more sense once we start actually building it. But yeah, I'm heading to meet him at Lowe's right now to get some supplies, and then we are going to go to my father's house where the layout is located, and we'll start disassembling the old one and building the new one, so stay tuned. All right, we're here at Lowe's now. He's backing out of frame for some reason. There he is. But so that's Stephen with me. So we're getting the, we're going to do 2-inch foam boards on this layout. The last one I did 1-inch on the N scale, but we're going to do 2-inch foam boards on this layout. So we're getting that, some 2x4s, and just some other miscellaneous crap I know I'm going to need. And yeah, so we're here at Lowe's now, and then we're going to get ready to head over there to the layout and show you how we're going to start. So this is one final look here at the HO scale layout as it is right now before we take it apart. As you can see, all the locomotives and rolling stock is in their boxes and stuff right now. So we are getting ready to start disassembling this layout that has been here since, I believe, winter of 2019 is when this one was put together. So we're getting ready to start that process right now. And we should be able to use a lot of the lumber from this layout for the new one. So we're going to go ahead and get ready to start taking all this apart, and we'll be back with you in just a little bit. So after a lot of cuss words and hours today, let me show you what we have accomplished on the first day. So where the yard used to be, all that bench work is now took apart. So all that is really remaining is the back stretch over here, and it's literally just there right now just to hold all this mess up. But if we come around over here, there's Stephen. If we come around over here, here is the first part of the layout. So I did my traditional kind of boxes, and they're not perfect, but they're working. Don't hate on my bench work, because if it works, it's not wrong. So right now we are getting ready to glue the first piece of foam board. I'm using 2-inch foam boards on this layout versus I did 1-inch on my N scale layout. So we're going to do 2-inch on the HO scale. And we're getting ready to glue this piece of foam board down. And then we're going to try to mock up some track right here and see how this looks. So stay tuned. Well, with the first section done right here of the new HO scale layout, we are already laying track. Since it's a modular layout, we can do that section by section. And we are already laying some track and testing some stuff here to check our curves. That's what my friend Stephen is doing right now. So he tests some MTH Norfolk and Western passenger cars around the curb to make sure they're not too tight. But yeah, it started off pretty rough because, I mean, you got to think we're taking a layout apart and then building one. So there's a lot going on here. And that curve's got to be tightened up some. Obviously, it's not going into the wall, but you get the idea there. But yeah, it started off kind of rough. Like I said, we're taking a layout apart to build this layout. But now with this first section in and laying track, I am really starting to like it. So I believe this is going to be pretty sweet. Almost makes me wish I kind of would have used flex track on my N-scale layout, but I do enjoy the Kato track, and I probably would have went with Kato track on this layout, but I've had a lot of people recommend the Walters Code 83, so that's what I decided to go with, and so that's what we're using on this HO scale modular layout. But hey guys, that pretty much concludes this first episode on HO scale layout update. So the videos on this series is probably not going to come as often as they do like on the N-scale layout. One, because this layout is located at my father's house in Thomasville, and not like my N-scale layout where it's actually located at my house in Lexington. So I don't get over here very, very often. So it's just when I make time. But we're hoping to have all the bench work done and all the track laid. We're hoping by the end of the year. So we'll see. It just depends on how many Saturdays or whenever we can get over here to work on it. But we'll see what we can make happen. So we're going to go ahead and end this episode 1. I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to click the link in the bio to take you to all the other Marshall and Southern accounts. And we'll see you later. Y'all take care.